Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Pioneer 327. Pioneer made some awesome changes in the 2019 model year fifth wheels, including the fact they went from a mid-profile to a full profile while still staying around the same price point, which is not an easy feat. So if you're looking for an entry model full profile fifth wheel, then this is definitely one you want to pay attention to. This particular model, you'll see we have a super slide over here with a sofa and a U-shaped dinette, plus a big bunkhouse in the back, and it is a bath and a half floor plan. Let's start off though talking about the kitchen. So I like what they did with the kitchen because they extended their countertop out right here. Without this, you wouldn't have a ton of prep space. Granted, they did give you the glass cover on the sink top, so you can use this, but I like this over here too. Right in between those two is your double bowl stainless steel sink with a high-rise pull-out faucet. The pull-out is great, not only to wash and rinse dishes, but also if you have, like myself, I take my Keurig when I go camping, and you can set that here, and instead of having to take the water basin off and try to put it in the sink, you can just take the pull-out and just fill up the water basin right over here to the side. So that's a great feature there as well. Over here to the side, as I mentioned, is our cooktop, 3-burner cooktop with the glass cover. This just folds up and back like so, revealing your 3 burners. The cool thing about this Furion is that the fact it does light up right here. You can turn it off if you don't want it on, but I think it's a pretty great feature. Again, just it's quite aesthetically pleasing. And then underneath is your oven in case you want to do some baking. If we take a look at the storage underneath, you'll see you have the cubby hole here, maybe for some spices. Underneath, you have plenty of space for a trash can there, which again, I always appreciate. And you have 3 full extension drawers right here. Nice, big, long drawers, so you have enough room for your flatware as well as some of your larger utensils, such as like spatulas, serving spoons, things like that. Right around front here, as soon as you come in, you will also notice you have some additional storage there, which is perfect in my opinion. A good place to put some shoes when you come in, or if you want to use it for whatever else, pots, pans, you can do that too. You'll also see this switch right here controls the under lighting on the countertop, so it has that nice little extra appeal to it. You have an electrical outlet here, propane leak detector right down there. You do have another electrical outlet right underneath here, so you do have a couple places in which you can plug in different appliances in the kitchen. You'll also see this going across the top. Great spice rack right there, in my opinion. If you have a bunch of spices, it makes it a little more decorative there, which is pretty cool. LED light here, of course, above the sink so you can see what you're doing. Window there as well. And then storage here across the top. You'll also see you have a tiny bit of storage there above the microwave. Maybe if you want to put like, 1 or 2 cookbooks up here, you can. The microwave right there, and then your fully functional hood with a light and a fan. Storage above the refrigerator, it is pretty high, so it's probably better used for like some decorations. However, if you do want to use it as storage, you'll probably want a step stool to be able to get up there. You have the stainless steel panels here on the front of the fridge freezer, and we open it up, you can see you have plenty of space in here, including a couple of drawers right down on the bottom. Folks, this unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. As we take our way over to, or make our way rather, over to this side here, you will see in our super slide, you have the U-shaped dinette. I like having this in a bunk model because this gives a place for the family to be able to sit around and have a meal together or play a game together. And if you do need additional sleeping space, this does drop down into a large bed where you can comfortably and easily sleep 2 adults. You'll notice that they took the windows pretty high in here all the way throughout. They took out storage and instead helped open it up and gave you those big windows, which really light this space up, which I think is a good choice. They definitely have a lighter floor in here and lighter countertops, but some darker furniture. So being able to bring in a lot of light will help brighten it up and make it feel open and airy. Right over here is your sofa. This is a tri-fold sofa. So if you take a look, I'll show you right back here. This is actually what your guests will get to sleep on if you do form this into a bed. This can sleep 2 adults here. They'll be snuggling, but it can sleep 2 adults, which is great because you have that extra sleeping capacity. So 2 adults here, 2 adults there. You can sleep 4 extra adults in the space, not including the bunk room, which I'll show you a little bit later. Again, you have windows all throughout here, LED lights up top, easily controlled. All the lights in that slide are controlled by that switch right there. On a rainy day, you have the big entertainment center right up front here. If you look behind the plate, our decorations, you will see that you have a location for your TV backer, so you know exactly where to mount the TV, and then the corresponding connections for that are right to the side there. Now, you'll see these audio video jacks coming up right here. These are tied into the multimedia center, because not only does this unit your radio and Bluetooth capable, but it's also a DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, you can pop it in right there, plug into your TV, you're good to go. You'll see speakers on both sides, as well as a fireplace underneath. Now, I do have some people, especially, if you're just getting into RVing, that, like, well, I don't need a fireplace, that's overkill. And while, you may think so, the great thing about a fireplace, folks, is yes, it looks cool, but much more importantly, that is a space heater. So if you have shore power, you can turn on the fireplace. It'll do a good job of, kind of heating this mid space up without having to burn up any propane. Right up top here, you will see you have some good additional storage there. If you want, you can even use this for pantry space. Throw some food in there, whatever. And then right over here, take a look at that. Right underneath, you have a coat rack, so you can come in, hang up a couple of jackets, sweatshirts, whatever. You can put shoes on the bottom there. Again, as I mentioned, I'd probably put some over here too, but completely up to you. And then your main control panel is tucked away. It is hidden, so you don't have to see all this, but this will be where your slide, awning, tank monitoring panel, all that is right here. A little bit of additional storage right there up top. Lastly, on our way up into the bedroom here, you have the thermostat right here on the wall that will control both your ducted AC as well as your heat. In the back by your bunkhouse is the primary bathroom. One of the great things about this is you'll see you have a door right here, so you have easy entry. That way your guests or you and your family can come in, use the bathroom, and head right back out without traipsing dirt through the entire RV. If we take a look at the toilet here, I'll take a seat to give you an idea of space. As you'll notice, I have plenty of legroom. I'm pretty wide in the shoulders here, and I have pretty decent shoulder space too. The other thing you'll notice, folks, this foot flush lever is a porcelain bowl. That's a pretty big deal. The reason being, one, it's a lot easier to clean, and two, it'll stay looking nicer for a lot longer. Right here in front of me is your sink top. You'll see you have storage underneath there. That is enough space for a trash can. You also have an electrical outlet over to the side. That way you can either charge a toothbrush, a razor, maybe you need to plug in a hair dryer. That, of course, gives you the capability to do it. Right up top is your mirrored medicine cabinet. And over to this side, you will see the tub shower. Obviously, you have plenty of headspace there because we're in a fifth wheel. You can see the shelves coming up the side, the hand wand, big skylight up top too. And because it is a tub, if you want to give the kids a bath, you can still do that. Right over to the side here, I do want to point this out. You do have a separate tank monitoring panel right here for the rear bath. So the one up front will be for the front. This one here is for the bath right back here. And then right across from the bathroom, you have this big closet. So you have a couple different options as far as what you can do. You can either use this for kids' clothes, if you plan on having a lot of clothes the kids need to bring, this is good extra space. Or if you want to use it for a linen closet, you can do that as well. Maybe separate it out, linen closet down below, kids' clothes up top, whatever it may be. But that is definitely some great extra storage space. You can see you have a door here leading into the bunk room, so that way, you can close it off. So if you want to stay up and hang out, watch TV or play a game or something, a little bit later at night when the kids go to bed, you definitely have the ability to do that. As we step into the bunk room, this is a triple bunk unit. You have the slide out right here with your 2 bunks. This one does fold up and locks into place. You can see the bunk here on the bottom as well. You have a window on both the top and bottom, as well as the emergency exit down there. Now, what I would personally probably do is buy just a couple like oversized pillows from Walmart or something like that. You can just kind of line them up along the back. That way you can almost use that as like a day bed too. You can have a spot in which you can sit, and then directly across will be your TV. And right above that TV location is the 3rd bunk. Again, this one does have the window there to let in some natural light. Underneath the bed, as I mentioned, TV is right here. Over to this side, you will see you have storage there. You also have storage right over here to the side, and then storage underneath. So kind of storage all throughout here. Now the reason this isn't super deep is because on the other side you have the outside kitchen. We'll take a look at that when we go out there. This little shelf right here is great too. If you have auxiliary equipment, you can put like a DVD player or something down here, and then just kind of run it up and plug it right into there. Granted, you will have to drill a little hole through here, but you know, in all reality, that's pretty simple. As we step up into the master bedroom, naturally you do have a door here for any privacy. You also see that you have a dresser right as soon as you walk in. This is a great use of space in my opinion. You can see that this has plenty of space for some of your, you know, underwear, socks, folded clothes, anything you need to toss in there. And because you have the top here, they also gave you an electric outlet. So if you need to plug anything in, set it up there, it's a great spot to do it. Now when you walk in and come around the corner, if you look right over here, you will see the half bath. So again, right down here, you have your foot flush lever porcelain toilet. You can see it, you know, one more time. I'll open this up for you. You can see there's plenty of room. Even with the door shut, I'm pretty wide in the shoulders, and I still have enough room to do what I need to in here. Right underneath the sink, you have room for a trash can, which I always like, you know, having one in the bedroom, especially when you have a half bath like this. Electrical outlets, plug anything in. Decent countertop space, you know, you have enough space to put your soap dish or container. If, you know, if you have a toothbrush, electric toothbrush or something you need to charge, you can put that there too. Anyway, just plenty of space. Right up above is your mirrored medicine cabinet, and you have a vent fan up top there too. When we step back out, we'll take a look right over here, and this is our queen bed. Folks, this is, of course, your residential 60 by 80 queen size bed. So, you know, if you're a taller person, you don't want your feet to hang off, you don't have to worry about it here. And you have storage underneath as well. So if you have some larger items you need to store, you definitely have the space to store them under there. On both sides, you have nightstands. You will see that you have cubby holes on one. You have the cubby hole on the one side with electrical outlet right up top. You also have this cubby hole right up top here. And over to the side, you have a little bit different nightstand. This one's a little bit wider. You still have the electrical outlet, but this one has a bank of 3 drawers here. Up above that is a little bit of extra storage right there. Again, you have that on both sides. Now, you don't have a wardrobe space in here because it's too short, but I'll show you. You actually have a slide-out wardrobe they added, which is fantastic. Little auxiliary lighting up top here with additional storage there too. So, as I was mentioning, if you take a look right over here, you have a slide-out wardrobe. This whole thing here is wardrobe space. So you get that hanging rod going all the way across. You have plenty of room to be able to store all your clothes. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2019 Pioneer 327. So as I mentioned, we were inside, folks. You can see that the front cap here comes up higher because they went from mid-profile to that full profile, which is why you get the full standing height in the bedroom. You'll also notice you have an LED light strip on there, as well as a couple down on the side here. So that way you get you know, that nice extra aesthetic piece at night. And it's also cut back right here too to help give you a greater turning radius. You know, the floor plan inside is akin to some of them you've seen in a travel trailer. One of the great things about a fifth wheel, though, is the excellent towability of it. And so, you know, being able to have this cut back, be able to make those turns again, is a great feature to have on this particular fifth wheel. If we take a look underneath, you'll see the big open front storage right there. You have your battery right over here to the side. Of course, that is vented. Outside of that, up to the side here, you will see that you have the solar prep. So if you want solar, all you have to do is buy the portable panels and plug it in. And then you also have your power landing leg control right there too. So that way you have your power jacks. Right outside on the side of the unit are your 2 speakers. This way, if you want to listen to some music out here, you can certainly do that. Those are wired into the multimedia center inside, but as I mentioned previously, it is Bluetooth capable, so you can be right out here and still control some of the music from your portable device. You have the power awning there. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. There's also an LED light strip sewn into that too. Cool thing about that is it doesn't matter if it's rolled up like it is right now or if it's, you know, half extended, fully extended, whatever. You can always utilize the LED lights if you want. So, you know, unlike if it's in the barrel, you have to extend it all the way. Not the case here. Flip the light switch on and you have lights. Coming back down a little ways, you have one of your 2 30-pound propane tanks right here. So you have one 30-pounder right here, the other 30-pounder on the other side. You get some pass-through storage right here, so if you have some longer items like your chairs, things like that, this is where to put them. Of course, you have a light in there too. Getting into the 327 is quite simple. You have 3 foldable steps with the aluminum treads. That way your steps won't rust out on you because aluminum doesn't rust. You have the grip tape on there as well for extra traction in case it's wet. And you have the foldable grab handle so you have extra control too. You have your electrical outlet out here, so if you need to plug anything in, that is the place to do it. And if we take a look right over here, you will see the beautiful aluminum alloy wheels. Again, aluminum doesn't rust, so not only do they look great now, but they will continue to do so for years to come. One of the things a little bit tougher to see, you can't really see it here, but underneath this one does have a fully enclosed and heated underbelly. So if you do plan on camping in some of the colder seasons like late fall, things like that, as long as your furnace is running, you're blowing air underneath the underbelly too to help prevent your tanks and water lines from freezing up on you. This is that second entrance that I had showed you. This one again goes right into the bathroom. You also have the aluminum steps here, which are great. You know, a lot of manufacturers don't. They will put your steel steps on the back, just have aluminum on the main entrance, but not the case. You do get those aluminum steps. And then you have a black tank flush right there. So that way when you're done dumping your black tank, you can hook a hose up right there and it'll help wash out any solids that got left behind. Right here is your outside kitchen. So you have a plumbed sink. This is plumbed into your gray tank. You don't have to worry about dumping this. It is quite simple to use. Over to the side or TV hookup. So if you want a TV out here, you can hook that up, or of course, you can use electrical outlet for anything else, whether that's a blender, or if you want to hook up an electric griddle out here, you can do that. You have storage right up top, perfect for your paper plates as well as some of your cups. A little bit of storage up there too. You can see the LED light that it is lit up. And then right over here is your refrigerator. So this obviously is the place you would have all of your condiments as well as any beverages out here. This is, probably one of the main reasons people want an outside kitchen. Now, if you drop down underneath, you will see right over here is your propane quick connect. So if you actually want to do some cooking outside, you have the capability to do it. Just grab your favorite portable grill or cooktop, plug it right into that connection, and you are good to go. Coming around to the back here, you have the hitch. So if you want like a bike rack or something like that, or the receiver rather, you can just slip it right in there. This one does have a 300-pound weight capacity on there. So, again, if you have 4 bikes or something like that, or whatever attachment you want to put in there, that can handle up to 300 pounds. Right back here is your 50 amp supply plug-in. So you take your power cord, plug it right in there. The power cord is detachable, as you can see. And then right over here, if we open this up, these are your power controls for your rear legs. Right up top, you'll notice this one also has backup camera prep. So if you want backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it will save you money to have it installed professionally. On the off-door side here, as I mentioned, you have 2 30-pound propane tanks. This is your second one right here. And if you take a look in the pass-through storage here, you will see the convenience center. Heartland was one of the first to put in the centralized convenience center. The thing I love about this too, folks, notice how this is waterproof. So, you can see the threshold comes up a ways here. That way, if you have a leak at any of these, a lot of times your hose O-rings will leak out. It'll go in here and you have the drain to be able to have it go right out rather than making a mess of your garage storage. You have the outside shower with both hot and cold water access, another black tank flush for the front bath, the half bath here in the bedroom. This will be for your fresh water tank if you plan on traveling with, or going somewhere where you don't have water hookup. You want to make sure you fill it up. City water, if you do have water hookup, of course you have a light in here too. Electrical outlet there, and cable and satellite inlets there. Last thing I want to touch on are your terminations. You'll see right down here is your front termination. You'll see both a black and gray tank valve. You also have right next to it your low point drains for winterization. And if you look all the way in the back, you can't really see it from here, but behind your rear axle, you have your second set of terminations. Because again, you have 2 bathrooms in here, that rear one will also have a black and gray tank valve on there. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2019 Pioneer 327. If you're interested in this fifth wheel and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.